Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Ito na yung mga kababayan nating nag-aabang sa kanilang application sa mga caregiver programs para ma-PR. I'm sure meron pong ilan sa inyo nakita na yung updated processing time for caregivers. Grabe, no? Umabot na po na mahigit 7 years ang processing time kung titignan ninyo yung IRCC website. Mamaya pupuntahan natin yan. Bakit kaya humaba ng ganon? Okay, yan ang ating pag-uusapan. Kasama, ayan. Hi, Miss G. Miss
Hi.
Geraldine Vallarayil ng GHV Immigration. Her agency is based in Edmonton. Okay? Wait lang. At ang kanyang email, yan, yung nasa ibaba po, you can get in touch with her, send an email, book a consult, kung meron pa kayong dagdag na tanong. Of course, I am talking to Miss G because I know marami siyang mga kliyente na caregivers. Okay? Welcome back, Miss G, by the way. It's been a while.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's go to the IRCC website first so our viewers know what I'm talking about. Ayan guys, no? Again, official site ito ha. Puntahan nyo yan. Check our current processing times. Punta tayo dito sa caregivers. All programs. Okay? So, ang ilalagay ko, Ms. Gina, application date is March 2025.
Yes.
Kasi yun yung last time na nagkaroon ng intake. Okay? Sa huling pilot program. At ayan na nga guys. Okay. All caregiver programs. 92 months left. That is, syempre, kinonvert ko, 7.6 years. What happened, Miss G? Why do you think did this suddenly go up to 92 months? And, totoo ba yan? Ganyan ba talaga? Ibig sabihin lahat ba yan? What does this mean for our kababayans who applied yan to be PR?
Yes, Miss Ina, so sabi mo nga 92 months or approximately 8 years. No, that looks absolutely wild. So pag kung ikaw nga yung caregiver na nag-apply, let us say the last March, so medyo na-nervousin ka nga. So when we talk about the processing time, no, for the caregiver pathway, or hindi lang para dun sa caregiver pathway, but for all PR applications in general, now it is important to remember na yung mga numbers na nakikita natin online are not fixed. Now, if you will monitor the IRCC processing times, pabago-bago siya. Because sabi nga, IRCC looks at two things. So ilan ba daw yung applications na nandun na sa system, na waiting to be processed? And ilan daw yung files na ina-expect nila to finish each month going forward. So yung processing times na yan can go up or down. Okay. And siguro magbigay ako ng example in my own practice. Now, let's not talk about the caregiver program. Let us say the Super Visa. So, if you see online, ang Super Visa, sabi nga 113 days from the Philippines ang processing. Okay. But I am receiving, it's like, you know, like several Super Visa applications. Meron ako recent lang din. I think that was like 3 weeks ago na na-receive ko yung decision, and it took 2 weeks to process the application. Another thing, humanitarian and compassionate
application. Meron ka din na na-handle. Okay.
Yes. If you see there, ano rin dyan, hihingian ka rin ng kailan mo sinabit yung application.
Let me put it up. Sige, hanapin natin, Miss Gia.
Yes,
balikan natin. Kasi last time, that was 10 years. More than 10 years ang HNC, guys. Ayan, humanitarian and compassionate grounds. Outside Quebec. Have you already applied? Yes. Sabihin mo ng March din. Okay, 2025. More than 10 years. Okay, so what happened to your client, Miss G?
So dun sa client ko, actually to be specific, December 2023. Nung sinabit.
Okay. O lagay ko, December 2023. December. Okay. Ang processing time niya, 52 months left. 52 months left. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like more than 4 years or almost
Mhm,
5 years processing time, but it took 2 years for the
okay.
application. So dun mo makikita whatever we see online, it can go up or down.
Okay.
Gamitin nating example yung the caregiver pilots, no, nang inopen ng IRCC ang new intake for the caregiver. Alam naman natin na thousands of applicants apply at once and immediately na-reach ang quota in a short period of time. So that sudden spike, of course, slow down the entire caregiver system. Nag-add na naman yun sa inventory nila, no, the thousands of inventory that they have. So yun nga yung isa sa mga reason bakit hindi nag-open or mag-o-open ang home care worker immigration pilot this March 2026. Gusto
Mm.
see, tapusin muna nila yung kanilang application inventory bago magtanggap ng panibagong application.
Okay.
Oo.
I'm sure, Miss G, yung mga kliyente mo baka nag-reach out yung ilan na parang, what does this mean? Especially for those who are, waiting from inside Canada on temporary status. So ano ang dapat nilang gawin? While waiting for it. It might take, again, several years pa.
Yeah, so definitely it is the applicant's responsibility to make sure that they are on a legal status here in Canada. Now, when we say legal status, for example, wala na nga silang employer who can support yung LMIA for their work permit. Now, they can transition to like student permit or visitor record. No, and worst comes to worst, I highly suggest na umuwi muna ng Pilipinas because what can you do if you don't have any means na mag-stay legally sa Canada? No, and of course, if you're not legally staying in Canada, that will 101% jeopardize yung application nyo kahit pa nakapagpasa na kayo or like let us say naka-receive na kayo ng AOR or acknowledgement of receipt sa application.
Nako, at least that's clear, guys. Don't risk overstaying. Kahit pa ma-invite kayo, magiging factor yun, Miss G, is what you're saying. They will check if you have valid status now. Where are you? Ganun ba yun? Ano ba tinatanong sa PR patungkol dyan?
So yun nga, actually if you go to the home care worker immigration pilot, so there is a note there from the IRCC that if you are inside Canada, so it is your responsibility to make sure that you are keeping a legal status. So
okay. Will it matter, Miss G? Sabi mo nga, paano yung iba? Mawawala ng status, ayaw naman mag-student kasi mahal. Ano ba yun? Tsaka wala naman sa plano nila mag-aral. O tapos yung iba, pwede mag-visitor, pero yung iba ayaw din kasi nga they won't be able to work. Now they will go home. Will it matter dun sa kanilang application also because the application was made from inside Canada stream? Tapos hintayin ngayon nila sa labas.
Chinek ko na everywhere, no? If there is a catch na kailangan continuously inside Canada ka and unemployed, and I didn't see anything in the regulations for the home care worker immigration pilot. So I don't think, and imagine if the application will take like what we've said, 7 to 8 years.
Oo nga eh.
It's pero like what I've said, it is not a concrete 7 to 8 years processing time. And I wanna I wanna add also if you remember there was a news, I think it was in 2024, Miss Inar, 2025, na nagkaroon din ng tawag dito, nagtanggalan o nagbawas ang tao ang IRCC. Of course, that includes yung mga visa officer.
Last year.
Yeah, last year, January, I think, no, when that news came out. So definitely, nagdagdag din yun sa problema ng pagpaprocess sa mga applications. And remember, hindi lang isang officer nagpa-process ng application. No? So sabi nga, based on my research, it could be like a 2 to even more than 10 visa officers ang possible na nagpa-process ng application nyo. So it's a team effort din sa IRCC.
Oo.
So yun nga, it's hindi lang magsisit sa isang visa officer ang isang application. No?
Yeah.
How they make out also ang processing time. So, for example, uh, yung mga very old caregiver files.
Oo.
If you see online, I used to read a lot sa social media. No, meron dyan na naka-receive daw sila ng request from IRCC for submitting missing documents. Meron dyan nag-expired ang medicals nila, or merong
Mhm.
nag-asawa, or merong nabawa sa pamilya, or nagkaanak. No? So, doon din tumatagal yung processing time.
Okay,
Diba?
okay. Ay
Oo.
naku, I'm confused also actually dun sa balita about layoffs in IRCC because you're right, it was mentioned January 2025. Alam ko 'to dahil napag-usapan ko na 'to sa isang episode ko kahapon
Mhm.
yata, GM, or
Okay.
2 days ago.
Oo.
Na parang 3,300 raw ang
Mm.
mawawala, okay, tatanggalan ng trabaho sa IRCC. And then just 2 days ago, dahil nga merong in-announce na naman na bagong layoffs in different government agencies, tinanong ulit yung IRCC, si Immigration Minister, rather, and she claims now that nobody will be laid off from IRCC daw. Sabi ko, ewan, sino ba paniniwalaan ko? Parang part siya of the original plan from the beginning of the Prime Minister's term. So, I really don't know what's going to happen. Kung talagang natuloy ba yung layoffs na yan or what. But definitely, if it happened, it will just worsen the
Yeah.
backlog.
So yung
Oh,
layoff daw, diba, it will happen for the next 3
yeah.
years.
Staggered, yeah, yung implementation.
Yeah. So remember, pati ang IRCC, mga employees sila, medyo affected din yan, no, nang nangyayari na tanggalan sa trabaho. There are lots of strikes din na nangyayari. No, not only for the federal but for the provincial level, a lot, especially here in Alberta. No, yeah, maraming mga strike na nangyayari. So that really slows down the process. So again, the online processing time is a general estimate. No, it doesn't necessarily represent how long your specific application will take. So medyo kalma tayo konti dyan.
Yan, okay. Speaking of kalma, meron pa po ba, Miss G, na mga nag-apply nung March 2025 na wala pa ring balita from IRCC, no word from IRCC yet? Except yung receipt lang na nasubmit nila. Yun lang ang meron sila at this point.
AOR, yeah, in my
Yes.
own practice, no, definitely wala pang additional or movement sa application. But what I'm seeing online, medyo maganda yung movement ng application para dun sa yung another like application, yung mga walang status who can apply for the pilot. You remember
Okay.
we had a conversation. So then medyo, although I didn't have any applications for that, yung mga walang status, but I'm hearing everywhere na medyo mas mabilis ang takbo ng application for them.
Oh, okay. Yung AOR, Miss G, pardon my ignorance. Ano ba to? Dapat ba by this time lahat meron na nun, yung nakasubmit nung March?
Not necessarily kailangan
Okay.
naka-receive na sila lahat. Remember, bago ka maka-receive, ang aplikante bago maka-receive ng AOR, dumadaan yan dun sa tinatawag na Regulations 10 or yung completeness check.
Okay.
No? Oo, so check nila, okay, kumpleto ba yung form mo? Nasignan mo ba yung form? O kung meron mang mga form na isa-sign, ang birth certificate mo, passport, everything, kung kumpleto yon, dun ka lang makaka-receive ng AOR.
Okay.
Oo.
At so, if not everyone has received the AOR, should they worry at this point dahil almost 1 year na rin, no? Ilang buwan na lang, 2 months na lang, 1 year na. Should they be worried?
Like there should be as a solution for that, no? Kung walang AOR, syempre nakaka-worry 'yan.
Oo.
Especially marami akong mga kliyente naka-PGWP then matatapos na ang kanilang ang validity ng kanilang permit, then they have to shift into an LMIA based work permit application. No, I do have those type of clients. Or yun nga, mag-change sila ng status, just ensuring that they have a legal status while staying in Canada.
Oh.
There's also one catch. No, again, I've seen this in social media, and I've checked also through Canada.ca regulations. No, for the home care worker immigration pilot, makareceive ka ng AOR. Still, it's not a determination that you can apply for a bridging open work permit. No?
Oh, okay.
If you will dig, when I saw that, because I saw a story na nag-apply daw siya ng bridging open work permit, naka-receive siya ng AOR, na-refuse for the reason of ang home care worker immigration pilot is hindi pa nakalista doon sa pwedeng mag-apply ng
I
bridging open
see.
work permit.
Oh,
Oo. So, that's a good thing. I do have a client. So sabi niya, naku, Miss Chi, ano na, ma-expire na yung aking work permit. I think it's in July. No? And then sabi ko but then luckily, ang employer willing mag-provide ng LMI or to apply for a new one. So I told her, okay, by March, pakikulbit mo ko. No? Then we're gonna start. I have to check, pwede na ba yung ating AOR to apply for the bridging open work permit, or we can apply for a new LMIA para ma-extend yung kanyang work permit as a caregiver.
Okay. Oh, guys, etong policy na pinag-uusapan ni Ms. G, this is as of recording namin, and today is January 22, 2026. Okay, who knows, kasi by the time baka mapanood nito next week or next month, may mga nanonood ng sobrang late, baka by that time pasok na, okay, confirmed na yung home care pilot program, pwede kang mag-apply ng bridging open work permit basta makuha mo na yung AOR. But as of recording, wala pa pong ganong policy. Oo nga, ang hirap pala talaga, Miss G, no?
Yes.
Ay, oo. I mean, shifting to a different status, ang daling sabihin, pero syempre hindi yun ganong kadaling gawin. It takes money, and like magsa-study ka, bigla kang mag-aaral, ang hirap. Okay, meron pa ba akong tanong? Miss G, meron ka pa bang idadagdag? Parang may nakalimutan tanong
Oo. So again, ulitin ko siguro, no? It's very important na kung may, like for example, meron kayong applications na na-submit nyo na, not only for the home care worker immigration pilot, but even for the old caregiver program, or in general, PR applications, or even temporary, permits, temporary residence application. So if there are changes in your situation, nag-asawa kayo, kahit nga nag-iba na kayo ng address, no, home address, or nag-iba kayo ng employer, you must inform IRCC about it. Kung gumamit kayo ng consultant, you must inform your consultant, no, na merong nabago dun sa situation nyo.
Naalala ko na yung last question ko, Miss G. Meron ba silang ibang option nga? I think we discussed this in a previous episode kasi, no? Na pwede naman baka may yung mga caregiver na role, tatanggapin naman, may chance sa ilang mga PNPs, provincial nomination programs, okay? Would you advise them na kapag may ganong situation, and baka alam ninyo, Ms. G, kung anong probinsya ang kukuha ng caregiver or in demand yung caregiver pasok sa kanilang provincial nomination program, should they start thinking about filing or applying doon sa stream na yun, having a profile there?
Definitely, they don't need to put all their eggs in one basket or as a home care worker. Now, we have done a lot of preparations for the supposed to be March 2026 submission, and then December. Sabi ng IRCC, there will be no application intake for March. So, what I did, kinausap ko talaga one-on-one ang lahat ng kliyente, because definitely nagulo ang mundo nila. So, many of my applicants are, ano sila, yung nasa 33102 or yung mga PSW or healthcare aides, kasi yung experience nila, that is qualified also for the home care worker immigration pilot.
Okay.
No. So, I checked each and every province kung nasaan man sila, kung mapapasok ba sila under the PNP ng province nila, kung nasan sila. And of course, papasok yan under the express entry. So we are diverting or transitioning the application to either like a PNP and express entry. No?
Yan.
Yeah. So I have that flexibility sa mga kliyente ko because I know how difficult tawag doon, kumita ng pera. And many of our clients also, caregivers natin are my family. No?
Mm-mm.
Meron nga akong
Ay.
kliyente, 5 ang anak. So imagine a family of 7.
Yun na nga. Ang kalaban lang nila doon, so guys, you can consider that, opening a profile sa express entry, PNP. Ang kalaban lang doon, syempre, yung scoring, CRS points naman ang labanan doon. So, just assess, I guess, yourselves and be realistic with your expectations kung ano man ang ending ng inyong CRS, no? Yun. Ay, okay. So, that is it. Oo, meron pa ba, Miss G? Yun lang naman sa akin.
Oo, so medyo naging kasi yung sa OINP, for example, it's very important that you identify ano yung stream na pwede niyong pasukan, or definitely just an example, 3310 or even 44101, yung ating mga home support worker. No, they can apply, meron silang choices na more than one stream, but you have to identify, weigh your options, saan kayo magkakaroon ng higher chances to be invited.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
all the best.
Okay. Well, Miss G can help you out. If you'd like, you can send her an email. Ayan, dyan po yung gumagapang throughout our episode sa bandang ibaba. That is her email. That is it, Miss G. Okay, thank you so much for your insights as always tungkol dito sa, nakaka-shock to many applicants na biglang napunta ng more than 7 years ang processing time nga. But again guys, so sabi ni Miss G, hindi naman po yan ibig sabihin na lahat kayo aabot ng mahigit 7 taon. It could still be shorter. Okay, so that is it for this episode. Thank you so much, Miss G. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!